You found it. Your home for the best content on your favorite team, the Fighting Tigers of LSU. Do us a favor. Subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments below. Be sure to smash that like button. LSU hit the practice field for its first practice of this bowl season on Monday. We did learn that the Tigers will have their first media availability of practice on Saturday. So as we sit here today on Wednesday, we are about 72 hours away from having the opportunity to speak to Brian Kelly for the first time since the SEC Championship game loss and subsequently the Citrus Bowl press conference that Wednesday. What this means is it'll be the first opportunity to really dig in and to mostly take roll. Who's going to play, who's practicing, who's injured, who's opted out, what guys that have declared for the draft are still going through bowl prep. Well, what LSU did on Wednesday, they dropped a video on their social media, and so you know what we did. We decided to go all investigative reporter. We put on our Mission Impossible hat. You went with the the Tom Cruise Mission Impossible, huh? You go with the old school Mission Impossible?
No, I went with this one.
Is that because it's the first one that popped up?
That's exactly why.
Yeah. Always going the extra
100%.
mile. Always going the extra mile, that Muse.
Well, I had a different theme picked out, and you were like, let's just use Mission Impossible. So I said, okay.
What's the number one question everybody wants to know about the bowl game?
Is Jayden Daniels going to play?
You're damn right. That's the number one question. I tell you what. I got out my monocle.
Oh.
And I looked really closely at this video. Show the video, Paulie. Watch it with me. If we scroll through 2 seconds into the video, you'll notice a big-haired figure that looks eerily similar to LSU's starting quarterback. Hard to tell because if it's a profile shot, and he's wearing a hoodie. But if you scroll the video a little further, you'll notice the dark figure glances at the camera, and it is, in fact, Jayden Daniels. Jayden Daniels sitting in a meeting room there in football ops, going through bowl prep now. You might say, clearly that's an indicator that Jayden Daniels is going to play in this bowl game. But if you do, in fact, scroll a little bit further after Brian Kelly talks to his team and the team takes the field, you'll notice some quarterbacks taking some drills and some snaps and throwing some balls. Now, it's hard because it's a glancing shot here, Muse, but if you really slow it down, you'll notice it's not Jayden Daniels. It's Garrett Nussmeier throwing the ball. But that wouldn't be it, Muse. That wouldn't be the only one. A little further on in the practice, you'll notice another figure wearing a red non-contact jersey, throwing a football, and as we saw,
It's also not Jayden Daniels.
It's the Nuss Bus again. But we'll run it forward. There's a nice shot of Mike Denbrock laughing. And I tell you what, he's a jovial fella, that Mike Denbrock.
Spirits are high.
Don't you love him?
I do.
He's fatherly.
Yes.
You love Mike. How can you not love Mike Denbrock? But you know what they did? They put that shot of Mike Denbrock right there to distract you from what was coming in the very next frame, which is another pass. Oh. And there's number 33, the receiver, blocking the quarterback, Muse. So
almost entirely.
You can't tell who it is. Is it Jayden Daniels? Well, if we scrub a little further, the error they made, as you can see on the follow-through as number 33 moves to his right. That looks like a 1 and a 4, doesn't it?
It does.
We zoomed in on the image. It's Walker Howard. So, Jayden Daniels, I'm deducing, in the meeting room, not on the practice field. Matt House, angrily stomping around. That's actually an editorialization on my part. I don't know that he's angrily stomping around. He's just looking at a play sheet there as he is walking around the practice field. Beautiful shot there of a player running. Looks like number 18, doesn't it?
A little bit.
Actually, it might be number 19.
Could be. Jersey's rolled up. We don't know. Is it a 9? Is it an 8?
I'm going to guess that's not B.J. Ojolari. Remember, he's declared for the draft. We don't know if he's playing in the bowl game. Certainly does. That's a 1.
Clearly a 1.
That's clearly a 1. What is the second number? Who wears number 19? No, really, I want you to look up who wears number 19 because I really don't know off the top of my head who wears number 19 for LSU. But my guess is it's a defensive back of some sort because I think that's who that is.
Number 19 for your Fighting Tigers of LSU is Jordan Allen.
That would exactly explain why I have no idea who it is. A defensive back out of LCA. Another player hitting a tackling dummy. Could that be B.J. Ojolari? No, it's not. Micah Baskerville there, however, in the backdrop. You see it right there? Back left, Baskerville.
I see him.
He will apparently give it one more go as a member of your Fighting Tigers of LSU. Jamar Cain looking super fit, super happy with his squad.
I like the beard.
Yeah, really good beard. There's some backups on the offensive line scrolling through. Quincy Wiggins, 93 on the practice field. Great to see that. We know he's not playing. He's redshirted this year. But nice to see 93 out there on the practice field. So a lot of shots and backups. And then, who dare flash in your screen but senior running back number 4, John Emery. Now, this does not mean John Emery's returning for another year of football, but it does indicate that John Emery will, in fact, play in the bowl game if he's going through this bowl practice. Don't worry if you're bored with this. So am I. But we're scrubbing 34 seconds into a 51-second video, so we're almost done. Noah Cain there on a run.
Like that.
Cannot see who the quarterback is who handed him the football, but one more quarterback shot. You can only see one jersey number, but that jersey number clearly is a 1. And as I zoom in on the facial features, pretty clear that's Garrett Nussmeier throwing the football. And then, how about this, actually? How about this transition? How about this transitional? You see that, Muse?
That's good.
This is Zapruder film-esque.
Yeah.
This is what we would call a wipe. How about that, Paul? You like that? Paul, look at Paul. I know my video terms. You can tell, while it looks like the same shot of the quarterback, doesn't it? You could clearly tell when you freeze it. It's spliced there, and they wiped from one shot to the next, and they wiped from Nussmeier throwing to Walker Howard throwing. How about that? How about that, Muse?
Very aesthetically pleasing.
I'm going to tell you what. These video guys over at LSU, they're good.
It doesn't answer the question, though.
And then there's Brian Kelly.
So he'll be there.
Now, here's my final question for you, Muse.
All right.
This frame shot right here of Brian Kelly talking. You notice a gentleman taking a knee right behind him in a red jersey?
I do.
What positions wear the red jerseys, Muse?
Quarterbacks or injured players.
That appears to be a dark-skinned fella.
It does.
And to the best of my knowledge, LSU has one and only one African-American quarterback.
They do.
That would be Jayden Daniels.
It would be.
And that would lead me to believe that that's him, number 5, kneeling down next to his head coach at this team meeting. But again, it's only a mere deducement, and I could be dead wrong. Tight shot of Matt House. Break it down, Tigers on 3. LSU football. I think we've done some incredible investigative work here.
I agree.
Ace. You've done some fine detective work. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.